Hey, what's up YouTube? Alexander here coming at you with a Lightsworn deck profile with the new support that's going to come out in the structure deck. So I've decided this is the best time to do it because the structure deck's coming out in a few months. It's fairly budget except for the extra deck, which you can easily change. Yeah, I think that since because Solar Recharge is probably coming in the structure deck as a common, so it's pretty easy to just grab 3 of the structure deck and a few other cards, and then you've got a pretty good Lightsworn deck. Anyways, let's get into the deck profile. 3 Illumina because he's just so awesome. 3 Wolf because this deck is a build where you're supposed to mill as hard as possible. So he's really good because you're going to mill into him a lot and opens up plays for OTKs, XYZ plays, and synchro plays. 3 Garth because you can mill and draw, and it's like mill, draw, draw. So it's not only do you mill as hard as possible, but you can also draw. 2 Celestia, she's kind of a slower card because you have to tribute summon her, but she has an awesome effect. 2 Minerva because it's mill as hard as possible. So you mill Minerva, mill one more. You hardly ever use the effect where you add a light dragon type monster from your deck to your hand. In fact, never have I used the effect. 1 Felice because you mill into her and you get a special summon her, but she also has another effect. It is, you contribute this card, then target 1 monster your opponent controls. Destroy that target, then send the top 3 cards of your deck to graveyard. So you mill more cards. 3 Free Raiden because he's just too good. I mean, you mill 4, and that's awesome. 1 Jane because she's not that good, but I guess it's kind of good to put down a beat stick. 1 Lila to pop back row. 3 JD because he's the best card in the deck, and it's the reason you play Lightsworns. 3 Necro Gardener, it's a dark, and you can easily get him in the graveyard by milling him. 2 Tour Guide, because also she's a dark, and then since it's a Chaos build, it allows you access to Leviar the Sea Dragon. 2 Chaos Sorcerer, because he's at 2. I'm glad that he's not limited anymore. And then 1 BLS. 3 Monster Reincarnation, Monster Reincarnation is good because if you mill Tour Guide, BLS, or JD or something like that, you can easily just grab it with a Monster Reincarnation while discarding cards that you really don't want in your hand, like Wolf, Felice, or even if you discard Minerva, you get a mill one, so that's super awesome. 3 Solar Recharge, mill power, and draw power. Charge of Light Brigade, because it's limited. Probably if it's at 3, I'd like play 3. I guess you get a search, which is pretty good, so you can search every Lightsworn in your deck. And of course, Judge and Dragon doesn't count because he's not Lightsworn. 1 Gold Sark, because sometimes you have to Gold Sark for JD or BLS or something like that. 1 Beckoning Light, because it's super broken. It's like, I'll discard my whole entire hand and add back 3 JD for OTK. And then 1 Solemn Warning, because Solemn Warning is Solemn Warning. Now, you may have noticed that I don't play MST, and the reason I don't play MST is because I have JD. And JD just blows up the field, and then your opponent has no back row, and even if they bottomless it, you can even drop another one if you have multiples. For the extra deck, I only play 1 level 6 Celestial, Wolf Lord, Blue, Sirius. For level 7s, 1 Black Rose. I really like Black Rose because it can get you out of tight situations. 1 Ancient Sacred Wyvern. It's good because you play a lot of lights, and also the more life points you have than your opponent, he gains the difference. So that's awesome. And then if he's destroyed, you can pay 1,000 to bring him back. 1 Michael. He's a mini JD, I guess. You pay 1,000, banish an opponent's monster. So that's awesome. Actually, 1 card on the field. For level 8, 1 Black Feather Dark Rage Dragon came in premium gold. You can mill 5 with him, and that's awesome. Stardust, because Stardust protects you from Mirror Force and everything. 1 Scrap Dragon, just to get over stuff. For the XYZs, 1 Leviar, it brings back Necro Garden if you banish him, but also if you banish cards for BLS, you can bring them back. 1 number 17 for the Beat Stick. 1 Diamond Dire, because some cards you play are actually Beast Warriors. 1 Constellar Omega, because you play Lights. And with him, you play 1 Constellar Ptolemy M7 to also add back JD. 1 Exciton Knight, blows up the field. 1 Revolve All Chain. Now this is interesting, because if you use his effect to send one, you can actually send Wolf or Felice, and then since they're sent from the deck to the graveyard, you can special summon them. Another thing you can do is use him to top deck Judgment Dragon. That is the best play in the deck. And then 1 number 101. So that is my Lightsworn deck, and I feel like it's going to be one of the better decks for this format. Now there are plenty of builds, but this is my mill as hard as possible build. So I hope you like it, and Alexander signing out.